Well, hello again. Welcome to Week 6 Revenue Review, presented by Tina Wright for MPA 530, led by Dr. Groves. This week, as we look at our selected city, we are trying to determine whether the revenue for our city is progressive, regressive, or proportional. A brief overview here, a progressive tax is based on income or value, and generally higher tax earners pay the burden. A regressive tax is based on the value of the asset being purchased or owned and does not relate to income or ability to pay. And generally this puts most of the burden on low income earners. And a proportional tax is a flat tax for everyone, and so the burden is spread proportionally. Again, my city is Slidell, Louisiana, and the top three revenue sources are sales tax at 37.46%, utility revenues at 18.81%, and intergovernmental revenues at 16.89%. If we look at our top earner sales tax at 37.46%, we will see that it is a regressive tax. And in a study in a study by Derek and Scott on sales tax equity, who bears the burden, they determined that even sales taxes from business to business purchases are later pushed down to the consumers, which means that the burden is proportionately higher for lower income earners. Also, the Slidell city limits are fairly small, and property taxes are not as large an income earner for the city. Therefore, they rely heavily on sales tax, and they benefit from location close to Pearl River County and Hancock County, Mississippi, and then also within centrally on those two highways within St. Tammany Parish. And so a lot of their revenue is passed along to non-city residents. And this kind of spreading out is discussed in Goldberg's article on their work in city sales and property tax restructuring. The second major income source for the city is also a regressive tax because it is based on consumption. And in a review of municipal utility profits and taxes by Hyde, he explains the regressivity of this particular revenue source. I would like to note here on this slide, though, that the actual charges for the services for the utilities don't cover the expenses, and the actual income earned from this particular fund, the utility fund, could come from the ad valorem taxes that are also collected on the utilities, which are also regressive in nature. The third, intergovernmental revenues, the third source of major income for Slidell intergovernmental revenues, are from grants and other government agencies. So they aren't progressive, regressive, or proportional. They really don't affect taxpayers in that they're not gathering this or they're not paying any of this through the city tax. But I did want to make a note here that they are greatly reduced in 2022 due to the decline in the Katrina Fund. According to the notes on the Katrina Fund, all construction or major construction completed for the project was completed in 2021, and at that time they had about 10.5 million funded last year, and this year you will see a drop in that in their grants and intergovernmental revenues. Thank you all, and have a blessed and wonderful weekend. Lots of luck and support sent out to everyone as we start to dig into our final project. Next week, we'll look at non-tax revenue and intergovernmental fiscal relations.